So what would you do? It's wonderful being in a small, fast-moving business, which is interesting when you're part of a much bigger group. If you were to be pulled back into British Airways now, and they said, okay, take your lessons from here and apply them, but you've got to do it quickly, what 2 or 3 things would you do to British Airways out of your experience in Open Skies?
You know, Andy, I never thought of that question. I think if they asked me to come back and do something like that, I'd just say no. It's too big. You know, I think it'd just be too big for an old fart like me. I think the secret is to get one agenda. You know, is to get it at the right attitude. The people have to have, you know, the right agenda, the right attitude, and you have to take fear out of that environment. You know, we don't have a lot of money, and we haven't picked the greatest time, but we're not afraid. As a company, we're not afraid, and that's what I would try. That's what I would share. And I spoke with Willie on Monday. He didn't ask me that question, however.
Quick question.
Do you think there are good lessons?
Oh yeah, tons of them.
Question on screen. As soon as Open Skies becomes a nuisance, I think you can see it in front easier probably, the legacy airlines will reduce their prices. So that's the first question. Do you think that's true? And hypothetically, if it were true, then what would you do?
We've always planned for them to reduce prices, and that's fine. If they want to reduce prices, that's fine. But they still don't have that product. For them to build a product that's comparable to us, it's more that they can't afford to lower their prices. So what access do you want to compete with? You want to compete on price? We can get you. Or you can come down to our level. Or you want to compete on product? Well, that's going to be a pretty expensive proposition because we only have to configure 4 airplanes. They have to configure a couple of hundred. Game on.
And do Open Skies travelers get British Airways mileage?
Yes.
They do. So.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. You know, and you had asked a question. I was remiss. One, we have the Executive Club, which gives people a frequent flyer, you know, world-class frequent flyer program. And the second thing is we have the benefits of taking advantage where it's appropriate of a hedge. So in so many ways, we're small, but we may be small, but we're a little bit mightier than just being small. And that's the power of the partnership that we have with BA.
You were mentioning your 3 distribution channels. And I'm very glad, or I think we are both very glad, that the GDSs are part of your distribution strategy. Sure. Where do you see the percentages of the channels probably in 5 years or in 3 years' time, and what is the importance of the GDS to you there?
GDSs are you know, very important to us. And you never get it as well as a schedule, you know, price and availability in one place. To have that, and to have that in the place, in the eyes of the customers who are most meaningful, and in the trade that helps, because still the trade still is a big part of the whole. We see GDS as playing a major role in where we go forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Owen-Jones, Ann Rosener, and Dale Moss, thank you all very much.